Hello, welcome to the show. We've made it to episode 32 of our A to Z Art 45 RPM vinyl records collection here at my Media Museum. My name is Will, and I am thrilled to have you here with us today. And we're starting off with a novelty record by Napoleon the 14th. They're coming to take me away. Ha-ha, they're coming to take me away. Hoo-hoo. And the B-side of that, believe it or not, is the exact same song played in reverse. Very, very strange. I actually threw it on the turntable this morning, just a little bit ago, just to double check this, because I did not remember it having this B-side in this way. But it's the exact same as the A-side. They mirror image the label, and it plays backwards. I didn't listen to the whole thing to see whether or not there's any statements that jump out or anything, but I listened to about a fifth of it, and that was enough for me. This morning, anyways. Alright, so here we've got Nazareth doing Love Hurts, which is not an original Nazareth song, as a lot of people think. It was actually a remake when Nazareth did it, and it became a huge hit for them off of their Hair of the Dog album in 1975. It is a great song. It is a great version. It's just not their song originally, like a lot of people think. The B-side of this being This Flight Tonight, which is off of the Loud and Proud album, and we discussed this numerous times with A&M. They love to promote two albums on 145, and it is very commonplace for A&M records to have a song off of a different album on the B-side, and that is the case here with this one. And next up, we've got a really cool Nazareth one here to see. Morning Dew. You'll see it says brand new version, which is kind of funny because, yeah, it's a brand new version. It's a live version is what it is. But that's really cool there. I like that. That's neat. Double live album snaz. Okay? And it's really, really impressive to see this. You're not going to be able to really tell just from the video, but it's embossed. Even this is really cool to run your finger across. It's all embossed. It's a very high production values here on this Morning Dew live version on Vertigo Records. And the B-side here with Juicy Lucy. Same thing. It's 1981, but I don't know if you're going to be able to pick any of that up, but it is all very heavily embossed and just really cool. It really looks neat. It's really different from the bulk of other 45s that you see. Usually they're just a flat, smooth label. Once in a while you see one that's actually painted on. Sometimes they're basically a sticker. But that one was really well made. Very well made. Alright, so here we got Neil Diamond and Sweet Caroline. Sweet Caroline, do, do, do. I got about a dozen copies of this one. And I probably got a much better looking one. It doesn't have any stacker wear as this one has. B-side being a song called Dig In. I like Neil Diamond. He did a lot of really good stuff. Wouldn't say I'm a huge fan, but I got nothing against the guy. I like him. I like him just fine. It's kind of brings Big Bang Theory to mind when they were driving in the car singing Sweet Caroline. Okay, Neil's Sedaka doing Bad, Bad, Blood, Blood. And I do believe that this was one of them that had Elton John on it. Backing vocals by Elton John. Maybe I'm mixing it up with another song, but Neil Sedaka definitely did. No, it's this one, Bad Blood. He's not credited on here anywhere on the label, but it's got Elton John doing the backup vocals on this song. I'm pretty positive. I remember that well. The B-side being Your Favorite Entertainer, Mr. Neil Sedaka. And Southern Man, Don't Need You Around Anyhow, Mr. Neil Young doing A Lot of Love. And this one's credited with Crazy Horse. A lot of his albums, some are with Crazy Horse, some aren't. But this one is, and the B-side here is Going Back. And it's just Neil Young. No Crazy Horse credit in the writing credits, so a little strange there. But off of the Comes a Time album, as was Lot of Love, off the same album. And next up, we've got another Neil Young. And I do like Neil Young, the Southern Man thing. That was, Leonard Skinner slamming him for doing his song Southern Man and talking about racial relations and things. And so, Molly Hatchet did Sweet Home Alabama with I Hope Neil Young will remember. Southern Man don't need him around anyhow. That's all that was coming from. I'm indifferent to Neil and his politics. He is who he is. He's been who he was since the 60s. And Old Man is a good song from 1972. Old man, take a look at my face. I'm a lot like you. And the B-side is another big hit of his. The Needle and the Damage Done. See the needle and the damage done. Yeah, he did some really, really good stuff back in the early to mid 70s. And here we got Crystallis doing Nick Gilder's Hot Child in the City. I said doing, but it's releasing. Of course, Crystallis is a distribution company. They're not a band or anything. It's Nick Gilder doing Hot Child in the City. I just kind of introduced that. A little funky. The B-side being a song called Backstreet Noise. Like, wonder if that was around the time of Backstreet Boys. Nope, 77. That was long before the Backstreet Boys and their noise, so it's just kind of funny. All right, we've got Night Ranger doing Sister Christian Knows the Time Has Come. And I know I've shown this one before in one of the mix boxes. It's one that pops up from time to time. It was a huge hit for him. B-side being a song called Chippin' Away, which is also on that Midnight Madness album. First three Night Rangers were phenomenally good. If you like Night Ranger, and I don't have to tell you, you probably already know anyways, but that's a pretty cool shot of the logo there on the picture sleeve. There's nothing below it. And then this would be Seven Wishes, because that's what that picture there was, one of the shots from the album cover. Seven Wishes. And the 45 we've got here is Goodbye, which I don't really remember that song too well. I like the Seven Wishes album. I'm a pretty good Night Ranger fan, but Goodbye just doesn't ring any bells for me this morning. And the B-side does, though. Ride to the Sun and the Seven Wishes. So I know the B-side better than the A-side in this particular case. But that is the name of the album, so anyways, here's another one out of my mama's collection. You remember I brought this up a couple of times as we've come across them. This is one that my mother had. She had 12 or 15 45s in a box. It was her childhood collection, and I adopted the vast majority of them. I think my sister got a couple, but that special one by the Nobles. And it doesn't have a year on this. I have no idea. But my mom did take good care of her stuff, and it probably looks darn close to as good as it did the day she got it. B-side being a song called Marlene. I dated a Marlene one time. She was kind of crazy. So, if you're out there, Marlene, no offense, you were kind of crazy. All right, now we got Norman Greenbaum doing Spirit in the Sky, gonna go up, Spirit in the Sky, when I die. And the B-side being Milk Cow. Makes me think of Aerosmith's Milk Cow Blues. But yeah, this was written by Norm Greenbaum. Not familiar with the song, but I know I've listened to it before. A lot of these B-sides, you flip them over, and if they don't leave a lasting impression, then they don't leave a lasting impression. That's just all there is to it. Here we've got Ohio Express doing yummy, yummy, yummy. I got love in my tummy and I feel like something, something, something. And the B-side being a song called The Zig and the Zag. Zigzag by the Ohio Express. Super K production. And you'll notice it looks mint. I mean, brand spanking new, but it is a cutout, which means it's got a hole in it. That means it was reported to the distribution company as destroyed for credit by the record shop. And there's so many of those out there floating around. The record company should have asked for them back, because I think more often than not they just ended up in the hands of employees or dumpster divers. Here we've got Olivia Newton-John doing Have You Ever Been Mellow? Have you ever cried? It's kind of hard to see, that silver on black print that we've talked about numerous times. And the B-side being a song called Water Under the Bridge. I'll try and get that in the light so you can see that. But yeah, a lot of those silver on blacks, laying flat, sometimes they completely wash out and you just can't see nothing. So, Olivia, we just lost her a couple years back, I do believe. I'm not sure what year, 22 or 23 maybe. But this is 24 as the time of filming here. And I like Grease. I liked Olivia Newton-John. I loved Xanadu, mainly because of the ELO connection. But I had nothing against Miss Olivia. And here we've got the vinyl itself with Please, Mr. Please. And I remember Please, Mr. Please actually being used in the Dickie Goodman's Mr. Jaws song. That was one of the response, Please, Mr. Please. And In the Morning being the B-side, which isn't a song of hers that I recognize. So, that's going to wrap up episode 32. Thumbs up are always appreciated. If you feel the urge, give me some thumbs up. If you want a thumbs down, please don't. But, you got to do what you got to do, right? And whatever makes you feel good, I'm fine with it. Have a wonderful day. Come on back for part 33. We'd love to see you again.